You're not lazy. I want to be clear about that before anything else. You show up every single day. You execute for other people without thinking twice. Deadlines met, problems solved, everyone sorted. But when it comes time to your own goals, something shuts off. That is not a discipline problem, that is a depletion problem. And once you understand the difference, you can actually fix it. Step 1. The depletion diagnosis. Here is what is actually happening when you cannot start. Your brain runs on finite fuel. Every decision you make burns some of it. Every hour spent on someone else's priorities drains the tank. By the time you sit down to work on what actually matters to you, there is almost nothing left. And here is the part nobody talks about. Discipline does not work on empty. Willpower is not a personality trait. It is a biological resource, and you get spent before you even get the chance to use it on yourself. So when you sit down at the end of the day and cannot move, your brain is not being weak. It is being logical. It is protecting what little fuel is left. That is your depletion diagnosis. Not laziness, not weakness. A system running out of fuel before it reaches the work that matters the most. Think about when your energy is highest during the day. Is it lunchtime? Right after you wake up? Whatever the window is, that is your most important asset. More valuable than any productivity app you have ever downloaded. But here's where most people get it completely wrong. They hear you are depleted and think the answer is rest, more sleep, a better morning sleeping routine, a holiday. It is not. The answer is not to fill the tank. The answer is to build an engine that runs on almost nothing. Step 2. The minimum ignition. Discipline is not built through massive effort. It is built through repeated ignition. Every time you do the thing you do not want to do, you're not just completing a task. You are training a circuit. You are telling your brain, this is what we do now. This is who we are. And here is the part that changed everything for me. The hard thing does not have to be big. It just has to be done. That is the minimum ignition. The smallest possible action that fires the discipline circuit. Not run 5 kilometers, just lacing up your shoes. It's not filming the full video, it's just opening up the camera app. Not writing the full script, just typing up one sentence. Every system resists first ignition. A cold engine does not go from 0 to full power in one movement, but once it's running, it runs. Your discipline works exactly the same way. The hardest moment is always the first movement. After that, something shifts, the resistance drops, and the circuit fires. So small, it feels almost embarrassing. That is exactly how you know it is right. Before step 3, drop a comment right now. Tell me the one thing you keep avoiding that your future self will thank you for. One line, that is your ignition signal. Writing it down is the minimum ignition working in real time. Let me tell you something I do not share enough. I did everything society told me to. I studied engineering, I got suspended, then I came back and made the dean's list. I graduated with honors. I had 2 pages of volunteering, leadership, and work experience on my resume. I thought I was employable. And I spent the next 4 years in a 7-to-3 retail job because no engineering role ever came to me. I tried, I really did. Every single night I got home with a plan. I had to build the channel, create the content, start living up to what I knew I was capable of. And every single night, nothing. Not laziness, not lack of care, but just complete and total depletion. I kept waiting for a night where I had enough energy to start properly. That night never came. What changed was not the energy. What changed was I stopped waiting for a full tank and I started building something that ran on almost nothing. Same brain, same retail shift, just different ignition. That system is what I am sharing with you right now. Step 3, the non-negotiable flaw. Here's the piece that makes everything stick. Discipline is not about perfect sessions. It never was. It is about having a flaw you never go below. The non-negotiable flaw is the minimum version of the thing, the version so small you can do it at 2% battery. The version that keeps the circuit alive even on the worst days of your life. Not a full creative session, just 10 minutes with the document open. Not a complete script, just 1 paragraph. Not a perfect workout, just 5 minutes of movement. And I know what you're thinking. That feels like too little. That is the point, because the day you only hit the floor, you still showed up. And showing up is the signal your brain needs to keep the discipline pathway alive. You miss one day, that pathway weakens slightly. You miss a week, you are rebuilding from scratch. Hit the floor every single day. The pathway becomes so strong it starts to feel automatic. Track it, cross it off. That is your proof of discipline. Not the nights you crushed 3-hour session. The nights you were completely cooked and you still showed up anyways. Here is the truth about discipline that nobody in the productivity space wants to say. It's not about who wants it more. It's not about who is tougher, who gets up earlier, or who suffers more. It is about who builds the right engine for the life they are actually living. You're not lazy, you are depleted, and depleted systems need the right input, not more guilt, not more pressure. Not another David Goggins clip at midnight. Depletion Diagnosis, minimum ignition, and non-negotiable flow. 3 steps, none of them require a full tank. All of them work when you have almost nothing left. That is the version of discipline that actually builds. So start tonight, not when you feel ready, not when the shift gets easier. Tonight. If this hits, subscribe. Every video on this channel is one idea. No fluff, no guru stuff. Just systems that work when motivation is dead. And the battery is at 2%. The execution kit is in the description. It's the exact system I used to keep the flow in place on the hardest night. Free, link below. And watch this next video because discipline without direction is just effort with nowhere to go. The video on screen now is the piece that gives you discipline a vehicle tonight. And comment below if you haven't done so already. What is your non-negotiable flaw? Starting tonight, I read every single one and I will reply. Let's grow together.